Hello, friends. My name is Teacher Evelyn or Evelyn Joy, and I want to share with you a story that happened to me yesterday. As you know, the Midwest, we've been experiencing crazy weather. It's been thunderstorming, it's been raining, it's been flooding, it's been tornadoing. And yesterday, it was nice weather, but it was a little bit rain cloudy. So I went to Walmart with my mother-in-law and my three little kids. And as we were getting out to the van, we were starting to connect the kids' seatbelts and put the groceries into the van. And suddenly tornado sirens started going off. So we look at the sky and we see that the direction that we need to drive to go home, the sky is clear. And we see that behind us where Walmart is and the direction, the opposite of where we're going, is storm clouds. And so I said to my mother-in-law, what do you think we should do? Should we stay in Walmart or should we drive home? Now, when I refer to driving home, I have two options. I could drive home 15 minutes on the highway going really fast, or 20 minutes on the roads, the regular streets, and hope for good luck with stoplights and everything. So we decided not to stay at Walmart for several reasons. Walmart's not the safest place to be. They don't have a basement. They have a bunch of stuff that could be potential debris. It's not that safe. Maybe the freezer section or the bathrooms would be safe, but there's a lot of people at Walmart. The other thing is a tornado warning could last for hours, and it was already, time to go home and get ready for bed. So my mother-in-law and I both made the decision, let's go. And she said, do you want to drive on the highway or the street? And I could tell by her demeanor, and I also was feeling that it would be better to go on the street, even though it takes a little longer. That way we're being more cautious and just driving slower just in case anything happens, right? So we decided to take the streets. And as we're driving, it's clear skies in front of us and storm clouds behind us, and the sirens are going. Okay. So I have a 4.5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 1.5-year-old. And so they don't understand what a tornado is. So my mother-in-law and I can talk freely. We're talking in Spanish, but our kids understand Spanish. But we're talking freely about the tornado, but we're trying not to reflect any worry. And we're talking about, God's going to protect us and everything. And so I'm saying my mother-in-law lives real nearby me, but I was going to drop her off at her house and then go to my house. So we're talking about, do I drop her off at her house and we go to the basement in her house, or should I drop her off at her house and then go to my house, or should we all go to my house, or what? So we decided I would drop her off at her house and then go to my house, because we don't know how many hours the tornado warning is going to be. Now, to tell you the difference between a tornado watch and a tornado warning, a tornado watch is there's some clouds that are a little suspicious. It's possible that there could be a tornado. A tornado warning means a tornado has been spotted. It is in your area. Get to safety now. So I'm driving. And on this street, it's 40 miles an hour. And there's a lot of stoplights. But God gave us mostly green lights, or if we got to a red light, it turned green pretty quick. So we got to my mother-in-law's house pretty well. But the crazy thing is, when I'm dropping my mother-in-law off, all this time, I've had the dark clouds behind me and the clear sky in front of me. But when I drop her off and I turn around to go home, suddenly I'm driving toward the clouds, right? So I'm thinking to myself, what should I do with these 3 little kids in the car? And I'm thinking, should I just drive down the hill next to our house and park next to our basement and stay in the van? If so, will it flood? How long will it be? How long will we have this tornado warning? What should I do exactly, right? So I decided when we got home, it's about to start raining. It's going to rain a lot. It's barely sprinkling. Let's go inside. So I got all three of my kids, and they don't know what a tornado is. I'm not worrying them about it. I'm not trying to cause a panic. I'm just like, oh, what do you want to watch on TV? What snacks do you want to eat? Let's eat some strawberries, like trying to keep them like everything's fine. While me, there's sirens going off the whole way we were driving, and my mother-in-law and I both were getting alerts on our phone saying, get to shelter. There's a tornado in the area. Get to shelter. Flash flood warning. And so I'm like, okay, it says get to shelter. There's a tornado warning for the next 45 minutes. And then once I got in the house, it said there's a tornado warning for the next 2 hours. And there's a flash flood warning until midnight. And so I got them in the house. And now the option is, do we stay in the living room or do we go down to the basement? See, our basement basically is just cement walls and spiders. That's all it is. I don't have really any chairs or blankets down there. So I decided to wait, just keep the kids calm and make them some snacks and watch TV, but very carefully watch the weather on my phone, and if it seems the tornado is coming to our specific area, to then go downstairs. But I felt like the Lord was going to protect us. So I was watching on my phone that the tornado had touched down in cities nearby my city, and people had lost roofs and a lot of trees, and this one trailer got completely demolished, like a RV. It was a big RV, and it got completely demolished, and it touched down in several cities around mine. And one area where it was not that far from the Walmart where we were. And so I saw God's hand directing us, and that we left Walmart and went to a safer area, by God's directing. And he gave us all the green lights and helped my mother-in-law get home safe, helped me get home safe, and kept my kids calm. And so I just wanted to share that testimony of how God just protected us yesterday. Did I make all the right decisions? Not necessarily. I made the decisions that I made in the spur of the moment. I tried to make the best decisions per our situation. But if you're ever in a tornado, seek shelter immediately. I would not have done what I did were it not for the exact situation I was in. But we chose not to stay at Walmart because we were already outside at the van. Had the sirens started when we were in Walmart, we probably would have made a different decision. You know what I mean? But I'm glad that we left, because that way we weren't there until 3 hours later, and I'm just so thankful that we made it home safely and that everyone's okay. And then also, my husband was at work until 9 p.m. and there's this flash flood warning until midnight. So I was just praying that God would keep him safe on the roads, that he wouldn't have a accident or anything, and he made it home safe too. So I just want to give that testimony. I think a lot of times in life we look over or forget the times that God protects us, and it's good to document it and testify about it and remember that we're survivors and we made it through, right? All right. Thanks for listening to my little story. Okay. Bye. Oh, wait. Let me show you a little bit. This is what the funnel cloud looked like. This is taken by, that's a big, they were calling it catastrophic. And let me find another photo of it. Yeah. So this is my city. Yeah. Yep. Here. A tornado emergency was declared in Kansas City. A severe storm that has a history of producing tornadoes is moving right through KC right now. So God protected us as we drove with this storm right behind us. And God actually made it move a different direction so that the storm didn't chase us. It's sort of like we were going this way and the storm went this way. You know what I mean? So we saw the storm clouds behind us, but it didn't come to us. The tornado didn't pass through our home area. It was not far from Walmart. So yeah, that's my story. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.